Hello everyone, this is Rick and welcome to Astral Club. This episode is Questions About My Angel, Part 1. Before I get into it, just want to mention that if you'd like to support the work of Astral Club, helping to spread the information that is associated with astral projection, you can do so. There will be a link to Patreon in the description, and you get no commercials, videos, and there's an email where we can talk back and forth. And of course, you get advanced videos on Sunday rather than having to wait until Wednesday and Saturday. Next up, private lessons. If you'd like to have a lesson with me to learn to astral project or to increase your own ability in astral projection and the quantity, the quality, I'd be glad to help you. You will find an email where you can request more information in the description. Since my last video concerning my angel, I was given many excellent questions from Astral Club members. I answered many of them because I always try to do that as much as possible. I answered them in the actual comments section, but the more I started answering all the questions, the more I thought it's probably best just to have an episode or two where I actually answer some of these questions based on conversations that I've had with my angel in the past, and also one that I had recently based on some of the questions that popped up that I hadn't thought about before, that popped up in this particular comment section from my last angel video. So here we go. First up came from Leo Saraceno. He said, Rick, why can't you share the name of your angel on the physical plane? Couldn't he help others? And shouldn't you share this information? Well, I have discussed this with him in the past, and as you know, he asked me to keep his name a secret from the physical plane. When we did discuss this, and I have discussed this particular question with him in the past, he said, there are many angels that are currently charged with rendering aid to humans while maintaining free will. Let's not forget free will here. That always plays a part. Angels carefully avoid violating humans' free will. Now, many of those names, or at least a number of them, are known. They're not secrets. They're in the Bible. Archangels like Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel are mentioned by name in the Bible as archangels charged with various duties. Several other names that aren't archangels are Sarakiel and Remiel. So if you're really looking for angelic names, these are publicly known. I can't promise what the result will be, and I'll talk a little bit more about the process in a question coming up. But see, my angel is charged with working with me among many other duties, including serving and advising the Galactic Council. Sharing his name on the physical plane would lead to numerous distractions interfering with his work. It would be like trying to concentrate as a human on writing a very important paper, but being constantly disturbed by your mobile phone going off. It would be very difficult if you couldn't mute that mobile phone, if it constantly rang, interrupting your train of thought. Now, this is a very simplistic way to explain the process. I'm definitely oversimplifying it. There's a lot more involved, but that's the basic principle why he's asked me not to share his name on the physical plane. Number 2, CD, who's also sometimes known as Prez, I haven't forgotten. She asked, do you and your angel have a shared mission together? Is that why you're such a talented projector? Well, thank you, CD, for the talented projector compliment. Although I'm quite sure there are many other out there of astral projectors who are superior to my ability level. It's just that astral projectors, especially those that are accomplished, tend to stay undercover quite a bit. Heck, I did for most of my life. So I'm hoping that others will come forward in the future with more information like I have offered. But I don't know, there's something about the personality of the people involved. They tend to be more introverted than others, and as such keep a lot of this information to themselves. It's really based on the advice of my wife and my daughter to an extent that caused me to finally share this information publicly. But to answer CD's question, we have a unique relationship, my angel and I. I was projecting long before we met. However, he has redirected my attention away from just pure exploration, which is my true love, to assisting humanity and other beings with my astral projection gifts. He also has made me a bit more serious, and I think I've got him to crack a small smile occasionally. Number 3, the Keeper of Shade asks, I'm glad you were able to help Jenny in the end. Jenny was the person who was trapped in that bar. She died in a bar fire in the Philadelphia area many years ago. And she was trapped there, partially through her own misery and self-loathing, but also by 3 entities that were quite negative. They were ex-humans, but they were very negative, who helped to keep her in that shame spiral. At any rate, though I wonder why your angel... Oh, hold on for a second. As I said, the Keeper of Shade said, I'm glad you were able to help Jenny in the end. Okay, I'm caught up again. Though I wonder why your angel didn't try to make the 3 entities, those 3 hostile human spirits, try to make them understand what they were doing, i.e. keeping Jenny captive, was wrong. My angel won't violate free will. And he even won't violate the free will of such lower human entities. They weren't looking for his help. They weren't looking or asking for his knowledge. As such, he wouldn't offer any. Jenny was, on the other hand, seeking help very fervently. And so that's why I was there to help her, and that's why my angel assisted in the process. But he did not feel compelled or invited to assist those other 3 entities. It's like, have you ever tried offering advice or assistance to someone who didn't believe they needed assistance, who didn't believe they needed your advice? What happened? Was it successful? Were you able to offer that advice or that assistance to aid that individual? Probably not, because they weren't open to it. They weren't asking you for your opinion or your advice or your assistance. So anything that you did offer was just a complete waste of time. Number 4, Snail Enjoyer, which is a very interesting name, ask, how can astral projectors go about meeting their angels and guides? I've laid out 4 basic steps here, which I used in the past. I can't guarantee anything because there are forces at work here that are beyond all of our knowledge, understanding, ability, you name it. So these things can lead to such angelic contact, but they don't assure it or guarantee it in any way. First up, you must have a noble and selfless reason for summoning an angel. Asking to win the lottery is not a sufficient reason. Even if you then add the addendum, oh, but I'll give a lot of it to XYZ charity. I'm sorry, it's not going to work. It has to be something that's truly noble and selfless to even get your ball in play, to even have a shot at contacting an angel. Number 2, you must be evaluated as worthy. I don't know what else I can add to that. I'm aware that there is a criteria. However, that criteria has not been made available to me. So take that as you will. Number 3, you must extend the call many times a day, and if possible, during dreams and astral projections. And finally, number 4, you must patiently wait for an answer. Look for synchronicities, like seeing repetitive holy numbers like 1111, 1110, 1212. If you're in the running, let me put it to you that way, when you start asking for this assistance, you will start seeing these numbers. You'll pump gas in your tank and it'll come up to 1212. You'll find yourself watching television, reading a book, immersed in a work project, and suddenly you'll look up and decide to look at a clock, and it's going to be 11:11. It's going to be 11:10. It's going to be 12:12. And it's going to happen over and over again. That will tell you that you have attracted attention now of angelic entities. So be aware of that much. Number 5, GB ask, hey Rick, I've read on a website, everyone reads websites, and then they confront me with these questions based on this information from some unnamed website. I mean, there's information of all kinds on websites. Some of it good, some of it not so good. But at any rate, this is a common situation. Anyway, Rick, I've read on a website that angels are very kind-hearted, loving, but yours seems to be stern and tough. Is it because of your military background, or is that just how angels act? My angel, and I've thought about this quite a bit over the years, but my angel is precisely what I need. I don't need a loving mother, wife, or daughter type energy. I already have those people in my life in spades, and they are wonderful, incredible people. So I'm not missing that gentleness, that love in my life. I enjoy my angel's apparently stern personality because he is the perfect straight man for my personality. We feed off of one another. His seriousness, though, in all seriousness, has rubbed off on me. And I flatter myself that my less than deadly serious attitude has changed him as well. I really don't know the personality of other angelic beings because I have not had close enough contact with other angels / guides that I could make an informed decision about what they're really like. I estimate, I believe, that they have a wide variety of personalities, much like humans and other intelligent beings do. But as I said, I can't speak authoritatively because my test sample is one, my angel. So all I know is what I've learned from him. Now, I think the military man in me also reacts positively to a certain command presence, and I suppose that also plays a part in why he's my particular angel and not someone else's. Let's call this one 5B. Why does your angel defer to the Galactic Council? And this is from Abdullahi Amin. And by the way, I hope I'm not butchering your name. That's the best I know how to pronounce it. Okay, so as he asks, why does your angel defer to the Galactic Council? Well, angels choose to serve in different ways. The Council has authority over Earth and all entities concerned with Earth in the third and fourth densities. My angel, out of an abundance of humility and a wish to serve, chose to follow the legitimate Council's dictates. So he chose to adhere to the Council. It's not something that he was forced into. It simply was an example of his willingness to sacrifice to assist others. Number 6. How old is your angel? That's a deceptively simple question. When I asked that, he considered for quite some time how to answer it. And I could tell that there wasn't an easy answer. What his answer boiled down to was that angels have always been. They don't have an age. They have always existed as they are. And that's the best answer that I can give based on what he told me. I know that's not satisfactory, but it's what he told me. It's the best I can come up with. Number 7. How was he, meaning my angel, created or born? Did he have a childhood, or was he fully educated, i.e., or aware? He said that, like his brethren, they have always existed as they are. Now, they do learn, however, but they have a fixed capacity. Now, that capacity would seem virtually endless, infinite, to we limited humans. But they are who they always have been. They can learn within specific parameters. But as powerful as they seem to us, they're also limited beings. They don't have the same free will that humans have. And that is one of the main differences between us. We can choose to assist others, be lawful in such a way that we serve others rather than being oriented to serving ourselves. They do not have that freedom. It is denied to them. They don't resent it. They merely accept it as the way reality is. So in a weird way, we humans have abilities to expand and to grow with our soul matrix that is even denied the angels. So we are a special, intelligent race. We have a capacity that is even denied the angels. It all is in our hands, however. We have to decide, will we grow into a capacity that is even beyond our own current dreams, or will we shrink and become less than we could become? It's really in our hands, individually and as a race. I'm going to stop there, and we will complete these questions in the next episode. If you liked this episode, please hit the like button, share it with those of like minds, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you keep those questions and comments coming. And don't forget, we have playlists with a wide variety of topics, which, if you're interested in aliens, you can look at the my alien experiences. If you're interested in Astral Guide School, that's there as well. If you're interested in some of my space experiences, there's a playlist for that as well. So just be aware of that. And of course, we have our episodes on Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and Saturday morning at 8:15 a.m. And that is Eastern time in the United States, or good old New York City time. And as always, this is Rick, and I will see you on the astral plane.